How do you see yourself? I guess we call it identity. I was a cameraman for 25, 30 years. That was my dream. That was my dream and my vision when I was... Excuse all the books there. I've been pulling out my books apart. That was my dream, my vision was to become a cameraman, to film documentaries around the world, showing injustice and poverty and etc. I was brought up in the 80s. The news that was on the screens at the time was the famine in Ethiopia, IRA, the struggles in South Africa, and Nelson Mandela. So when I was asked when I was 15 what I wanted to do with my life by my film teacher, all this information help inform me. So I formed this identity that I would be a cameraman to bring the vision of these struggles, etc., to the world. That was in 1986, 85 when I was asked the question. I began work in TV production in 1987. And then 10 years later I was in Kenya in the Mathare slum with my good buddy Rupert Harris, doing a documentary about the soccer team in the Mathare slum. So 10 years to the year, I was made that jump, that manifestation. But then, how well does that identity or that suit of clothes fit? If you've ever found yourself adopting an identity, whether you're a banker, a doctor, a lawyer, cameraman, producer, writer, whatever it is, any such career, but you've at the same time felt something else was calling, I feel you. I feel you very deeply. It wasn't until about 15 years ago, maybe more, I started to really not be happy with that job, with that identity, that suit of clothes, that identification that I had thought was my dream for my life. It wasn't until about 15 years ago that I started to grow out of that suit of clothes. It was the way, when the identity is so sticky because it becomes the way you earn money, support your family. But then when the suit of clothes stops fitting, you get agitated, right? When something's too tight or whatever, you start to want to take that jacket off, take that tie off. That was happening for me. I was still filming, working on shows as a director of photography, doing documentary series, etc. But I'll say that I was a completely unhappy, pissed off, pain in the ass person back then. I was not, same soul, but the person who was wearing that suit of clothes as that identity, as a cameraman or director of photography, was not a very pleasant person. Most people who I worked with will attest to that. Thank you. I agree. However, deep down, there was a vision. The truth of who I am was trying to emerge. So then we hit the sticky part, right? The sticky part of transformation, of metamorphosis. That part was this last 15 years, maybe more. I was very good at that job. I was really good at being a director of photography. Very strong, very capable, very experienced. That's all I'd ever done. But again, the clothes weren't fitting. That identity was no longer. So of course I had to go through metamorphosis, right? That's anger, that's guilt, that's shame, that's pissed offedness, pissosity as Reverend Michael calls it, right? I had to go through that. Lose a lot of work because who wants to work with an asshole like that? Nobody. I don't blame them. I don't want to work with people like that. I've faced mirrors of people like that in the last few years, and I'm like, wow, that's what I was like. That guy's a real asshole. And I would fire them because I went on in the last 10 years or more to become a director and a producer and executive producer and really step up a little bit and step in, not as a ego thing, but step into, okay, being more of the vision. And I would come across certain individuals, I won't name names, but they would come into my realm and I'd go, wow, that was me. You're an asshole. You're a prick. Who wants to work with you? I don't want to work with that person. Nope. So that's it. I'd walk away or whatever. So the metamorphosis had to happen, right? I caught a vision for my life when I was very young. My soul has been on that journey, as I believe all of us have. You have a story that's imprinted on you from God, from Spirit. But I caught it many years ago. It came in conjunction, as you know, with the vision that I caught from my book, The Ramp, right? And I caught that vision and the agitation started to happen. I needed to shift. So that's when the metamorphosis started to happen. It's very uncomfortable. As we know, the caterpillar goes through hell before she emerges as the butterfly. Hell, right? That process is hideous, right? Angry all the time, stressed all the time, money problems, blah, blah, pissed off, a real prick to be around. No one wants to be around you, etc., etc. That's all part of the agitation process. Along comes the spiritual study. Okay, here's the tips. Here's the things that you need to do. If you're going through that, find yourself a spiritual study. Find yourself a meditation practice. Tune into agapelive.com, Agape International Spiritual Center. Start meditating, right? And start to understand that process of pissosity, as Reverend Michael calls it, or being pissed off all the time, that's part of the growth, okay? That's part of the transformation. This book is all about transformation, believing in your dreams and going through that messy transformational process, okay? So be kind to yourself. Start a meditation process. That'll help you handle the pissosity, right? It'll help you deal with it, right? It'll also help your body and your cellular structure deal with it, right? Be kind to yourself. The transformation process is messy. Reverend Michael says it's similar to the agitation process in a washing machine. It's a 15-year agitation process for me. All the dirt coming off. Fucking shit show. But be kind to yourself. It's very difficult. I wake up every morning. I have to practice. I wake up in the morning and practice your kindness. Practice gratitude. Be thankful for something. Find something to be grateful for. I have my family, my kids, my wife, my family, extended family. I have my practice, my spiritual community, my teachers, etc., etc. Right? So find something to be thankful for. Meditate daily, twice a day if you can. Listen to uplifting music, uplifting mantras. And another thing, do not deal with low vibrational crap. Do not tune into the news. Do not deal with politics. That doesn't mean you've got your head in the sand. Right? You're aware of everything, but you do not dive into it. Do not dive into gossip, right? Stay high, stay above that stuff, whatever you do, because the agitation process is very challenging. So what of the identity? Eventually, for me, and it's only happened in the last couple of months, my book was published at the end of January 2025. After 10 years, I wrote it, got the vision for it 10 years ago. Took me that long to publish it. So what of the agitation process and the new identity? I've fully formed. This course is constant learning. You're constantly growing. But as of right now, I'm fully aware. I have the mission. I've caught the vision. I've caught my mission. I'm fully aware of it. And I'm fully aligned with it. So just so you know, whatever you're moving through right now, I feel you. I've been there. I've been through it. I'm still moving through it. But I'm pretty much out the other side. The metamorphosis has happened. I'm aware of my mission, my vision. People keep coming into my life that show up, right? That's another thing to do. Acknowledge people you may not even met yet, but acknowledge the beings that are coming into your life to help you with that growth process. They may be there for a split second, maybe a month, maybe a few years. It's okay. But acknowledge those future individuals who will come into your life to support you, right? But right now, I can tell you now, it's worth it. Whatever it is that doesn't serve you anymore, and especially today, it's May 12th, 2025. It's a new moon. It's all about doing away with what doesn't serve you anymore. Okay? Take it from me. This process is worth it. It's messy. It's fucking painful sometimes, but it's worth it. You will come. I'm so clear now. I'm clear. There's nothing that's going to stop me. My voice was shut down. I stood behind a camera for 25 years. That was a tool for me to block my creativity off. When you look through a camera lens, a viewfinder, you're looking at a very narrow view of the world. That was a metaphor for me. Right? No, get rid of that. Open up. Now I see it at a cosmic level. Okay, cosmic scale. Right? I don't want to be stuck just doing, and practically, I don't want to be stuck doing the same thing that I was doing when I was 17. I'm a completely different person now. Why would I keep doing that? I was already become good at that. There's more to learn, more to discover, right? So now I know I'm a master teacher. I'm a creative genius, right? I'm not the most perfect director, producer. I'm definitely not the most perfect storyteller. I'm a brilliant story listener. I'm a brilliant producer. Connecting people all around the world, making shit happen. I'm brilliant at that. I'm a fantastic creative genius. I can help you solve your problems, right? Support you in that, right? Solve any creative issues you have. I'm brilliant at that. Brilliant, right? But I know now the metamorphosis has happened. The agitation was so uncomfortable, but it's worth it. To catch a vision and get clear is so worth it. Stick at it. Do not give up. Excuse me. Do not give up. Keep walking through that. As I said before, it's like a 100,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. The vision is already there. You just got to keep putting each piece together, piece by piece, section by section, and eventually you would have reassembled that whole picture, that puzzle, that vision that God as Spirit has put on your heart from the start of your soul journey. So keep going. Keep walking through the storms, walking through the undulations, right? Like I say in this thing, when there's turbulence, a plane adjusts its altitude. Adjust your altitude or adjust your attitude, but keep going. I'm here to encourage you. I'm here to cheer you on. Okay? God bless you. Keep walking through this storm. The metamorphosis will happen. Take it from me. Take it from me. All right. Have a great week.